Introduction to Agile. When and why should we choose an Agile method? The Stacy matrix proposed by Ralph Stacy allows users to make management decisions based on two criteria: the degree of certainty and the level of agreement. There are two axes. The horizontal x-axis represents certainty, and the vertical y-axis represents agreement. For simple projects, where agreement and certainty are both high, traditional methodologies usually suffice. This is represented in the diagram as rational decision making. When there is higher uncertainty and lower agreement, an agile approach is preferred. This is represented in the diagram as complex decision making. Another model to split the complexity is the Kinevin framework. The Kinevin framework is a practical application of complexity theory to management science, telling us that different problems warrant different solutions. It is made up of four domains which highlight the relationship between cause and effect and how things happen. Simple, where cause and effect are well known and connected. The next domain is complicated. Here, it requires an effort to work out the relationship between cause and effect. The complex domain is where the cause and effect are so intertwined that things only make sense in hindsight. The last domain is chaotic, where there is no perceived relationship between cause and effect. One has to take action and manage the crisis. We can have great solutions, but if they are applied in the wrong context, they will be worthless or worse, even harmful. What is iterative and what is incremental? The iterating approach allows you to move from a vague idea to realization. It involves building a rough version, validating it, and then improving on quality. The incremental approach calls for a fully formed idea and builds by bits at a time. The key difference is that iterating allows for improvisation and adaptation. Interestingly, like many creative artists, Picasso left behind enough sketches that proves he was working iteratively. The traditional three dimensions of a project are scope, cost, and time. These dimensions are also linked together. For example, more time may involve more cost may involve a wider scope, etc. The fourth dimension integral to a project is quality. Unfortunately, this is most often neglected. Let's compare the traditional approach with the agile. In terms of fixed and variable dimensions, unlike traditional approach which has fixed scope, in an agile world, cost, time, and quality are fixed while scope is variable. Please note that quality is not variable dimension in agile. The reason for this will be explained later. Iterations and time boxing form the intrinsic core of agile. An iteration in the context of an agile project is a time box during which development takes place, the duration of which may vary from project to project, usually between 1 and 4 weeks. In most cases, this is fixed for the duration of a given project. Time boxing allocates a fixed time period called a time box to each planned activity such as an iteration. In 2001, a group of 17 Agile methodology advocates gathered together in Utah to draft a document that would set out the organizing principles for Agile. As can be noticed, this Agile manifesto is a high-level framework. This is because while Agile methodologies agree on the big picture, the specifics themselves will differ from methodology to methodology. The four values of the Agile Manifesto are the prioritization of individuals and interactions over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, responding to change over following a plan. The 12 Agile principles are a set of guiding concepts that support project teams in implementing Agile projects. 1. Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. 2. Welcome changing requirements. Even late in development, Agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. 3. Deliver working software frequently from a couple of weeks to a couple of months with a preference to the shorter timescale. 4. Business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. 5. Build projects around motivated individuals, give them the environment and support they need, and trust them to get the job done. 6. The most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. 7. Working software is the primary measure of progress. 8. Agile processes promote sustainable development. The sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. 9. Continuous attention to technical excellence and good design enhances agility. 10. Simplicity. The art of maximizing the amount of work not done is essential. 11. The best architectures, requirements, and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. 12. At regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. Please take 10 minutes to complete this exercise. Map the above 12 principles of Agile to the 7 domains of PMI-ACP. Here, each of the 12 principles is mapped to the 7 PMI-ACP domains that they support. Domain 1, Agile Principles and Mindset. Domain 2, Value-Driven Delivery. Domain 3, Stakeholder Engagement. Domain 4, Team Performance. Domain 5, Adaptive Planning. Domain 6, Problems Detection and Resolution. Domain 7, Continuous Improvement, Product, Process, People. Team performance. Build projects around motivated individuals. Give them the environment and support they need, and trust them to get the job done. The sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. The best architectures, requirements, and design emerge from self-organizing teams. Stakeholder engagement. The most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is through face-to-face conversation, continuous improvement, product, process, people, at regular intervals. The team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. Done means done. Features developed within an iteration should be 100% complete by the end of the iteration. Here is a sample 10-point checklist of done. 1. Code written and commented. 2. Code checked in and integrated in current source control. 3. Peer reviewed and approved by product owner user. 4. Unit tests written and passed. 5. Deployed to system test environment. 6. System test integration passed. 7. UAT passed and signed off. 8. Any change is implemented, documented, and communicated. 9. Relevant documentation produced and or updated. 10. Remaining hours for tasks set to 0.